Did you know that a food item called casu marzu is legally considered unsafe to eat in many countries? Yes, you heard that right. Casu marzu, a cheese native to Sardinia, is literally teeming with live maggots. This cheese, while cherished by some, is deemed a health hazard by many due to its unique, shall we say, extra ingredients. This stomach-churning fact makes it a forbidden delicacy in numerous regions. So, buckle up, because we're about to dive into our countdown of the world's worst foods, starting from the least revolting. Kicking off our list at number 5 is the infamous durian fruit. Now, this fruit is not for the faint-hearted. Originating from Southeast Asia, the durian has earned a reputation that precedes it, and not in a good way. It's been described as the king of fruits by some, but others would argue it's more of a jester. The durian is a unique, spiky fruit, but what really sets it apart is its pungent aroma, and when we say pungent, we mean it. This odor is so strong, it's often compared to things like rotten onions, turpentine, and even raw sewage. It's so potent that it's banned in many public places in Southeast Asia, including hotels and public transportation. Yes, you heard that right, a fruit so smelly it's not allowed on buses, and then there's the taste. Those who dare to try it often have mixed reactions. Some people find it pleasantly sweet, with a rich custard-like texture, while others can't get past the onion-garlic flavor that lingers. It's a true culinary adventure, to say the least. Some of the most entertaining durian experiences come from those tasting it for the first time. There's a plethora of videos online of brave souls trying a bite, and their reactions are priceless. From grimacing faces to outright gagging, it's clear that the durian is a food that divides opinion. But don't let all this scare you away. The durian fruit is packed with nutrients like vitamin C, potassium, and dietary fiber. It's a beloved staple in many Asian cuisines, used in everything from sweet desserts to savory dishes. So, if you're an adventurous foodie with a nose of steel, this could be the next item on your bucket list. Still, for many, the durian remains a gastronomic challenge. Its unique combination of smell and taste lands it firmly in our number 5 spot of the worst foods on the planet. If you thought durian was bad, wait until you hear about our number 4 pick. Grabbing the 4th spot is the notorious hakal, a traditional Icelandic dish. Now, don't let its exotic title fool you. This is no ordinary seafood platter. Hakal is fermented shark meat, and its preparation process is as unique as it gets. Let's dive into what makes hakal so distinctive. It's made from a type of shark known as the Greenland shark, which is one of the few species that can survive in the icy waters around Iceland. But here's the catch. The flesh of the Greenland shark is toxic when fresh, so it needs to be processed to make it safe for consumption. The preparation process involves burying the shark in a shallow hole in the ground, covered with sand and stones to press out the poisonous fluids. After this, it's hung to dry for several months. The final product, a strong-smelling, ammonia-rich dish that is an acquired taste, to say the least. Now, why is hakal considered one of the worst foods? Well, it's largely due to its pungent aroma and robust flavor. To put it mildly, it's been described as the strongest cheese you've ever smelled, or like chewing on a urine-infused couch. Not exactly appetizing, is it? Over the years, hakal has become somewhat of a gastronomic dare, with many brave, or should we say foolhardy, souls sharing their reactions online. Some manage to keep a poker face, while others grimace in disgust. There are even those who can't help but gag at the mere whiff of it. Despite its notorious reputation, hakal holds a special place in Icelandic culture. It's a symbol of resilience, a testament to the ingenuity of past generations who found ways to survive in harsh conditions. So if you ever find yourself in Iceland and someone offers you hakal, remember, it's not just a dish, it's an adventure, one that might just redefine your definition of edible. Brace yourselves as we move on to the top 3 worst foods in the world. Our 3rd worst food is the stomach-turning century egg. Also known as the 100-year egg, 1000-year egg, or millennium egg, the century egg is a Chinese delicacy that's not for the faint of heart. This ancient culinary creation is made by preserving duck, chicken, or quail eggs in a mixture of clay, ash, salt, quicklime, and rice hulls for several weeks to several months. Sounds intriguing, right? Well, the result is an egg with a dark green to black, translucent and jelly-like albumin, and a creamy dark grey yolk that exudes a strong smell of sulfur and ammonia. The taste, on the other hand, is complex with hints of cheese, fish, and a strong umami flavor. Now, why does this dish make it to our list of worst foods? Well, it's not because of its nutritional value. It packs a punch with protein, fat, and essential minerals. No, it's the sensory assault of the century egg that earns it a spot on our list. The intimidating color, the potent aroma, and the unusual texture are enough to send many first-timers running for the hills. Over the years, there have been countless stories of people's reactions to their first taste of a century egg. Some have compared the experience to eating a rotten egg, while others have likened it to a pungent blue cheese. There are even those who have been brave enough to try it again, eventually developing a peculiar fondness for this unusual food. One thing is for sure though, whether you love it or hate it, the century egg is a culinary experience you won't soon forget. It's a dish that pushes the boundaries of what we consider edible, and it's definitely not for everyone. We're down to our final two. Get ready for the second worst food in the world. The runner-up in our list of worst foods is the infamous balut. Hailing from the Philippines, balut is a delicacy that might cause your stomach to turn just by hearing about it. A fertilized duck egg, balut is not your average boiled egg. Inside its shell, you'll find a near-developed duck embryo, feathers, beak, and all. The preparation process is as unique as the food itself. The eggs are incubated in the sun or buried in sand for about 18 days until the embryo within is partially developed. Then they're boiled alive. Yes, you heard that right, alive. Once cooked, the shell is cracked open and the soup surrounding the embryo is sipped before the yolk and the young chick are eaten. Now, why is balut considered one of the worst foods on the planet? Well, the answer lies in the very description we just went through. The sight of a partially developed duck with tiny feathers, a beak, and visible eyes all ready to be consumed is enough to make many people queasy. Yet it's not just the appearance that puts people off. The texture of the bird, a mix of tender and crunchy, and the thought of what you're actually eating can be hard for many to stomach. And let's not forget the distinct taste, a combination of savory, sweet, and something uniquely balut, which has been described as something you will never forget, for better or for worse. Countless stories exist of people's reactions to balut. Some brave souls have managed to swallow it down, whilst others have barely made it past the first bite. The reactions range from intrigue to outright horror, with some people swearing it's the best thing they've ever tasted, and others vowing never to go near it again. But remember, one man's meat is another man's poison. While balut may not be everyone's cup of tea, it's a beloved street food in the Philippines, a testament to the diverse and sometimes shocking world of gastronomy. Now brace yourself for the ultimate worst food in the world. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The worst food in the world is none other than casu marzu. This Sardinian dish is not for the faint of heart. Casu marzu, for those unfamiliar, is a type of cheese, but not just any cheese. This is cheese that's been intentionally infested with live insect larvae. Yes, you heard that right. Live larvae. The preparation process is what earns casu marzu its infamous reputation. It begins with pecorino cheese left to age outside, uncovered, inviting cheese flies to lay their eggs in it. These eggs hatch into larvae, which then begin to consume the cheese, breaking down its fats and giving it a soft, almost liquid texture. Why is it considered the worst food, you ask? Apart from its stomach-churning preparation process, the live larvae present a real risk. If not chewed properly, these little critters can survive in the human body, leading to a condition known as pseudomyosis. And let's not forget the pungent aroma, strong enough to make even the most adventurous foodies think twice. Many who've dared to try this delicacy describe it as intensely creamy and crawling with a sharp, tangy aftertaste. Some brave souls even claim to enjoy the unique sensation of the larvae wriggling on their tongues. There you have it, folks. The countdown of the world's worst foods. Would you dare to try any of these?